So after leaving Koh Samui yesterday and having a very, very bumpy ride, we are in Koh Tao now. And today we are here doing the thing that Koh Tao is most famous for.
I forgot how to scuba dive, honestly. I actually had a tough time sleeping last night because I was thinking about this morning and anticipation, a little bit of nervousness. It's been about 6 years since I last went scuba diving, and that was the first time that I went, and the last time. It was a lot of reading, a lot of test taking, a lot of things to memorize, and I forgot a lot in 6 years. I know we'll be in good hands. Today is our refresher.
Now for those of you not familiar, Koh Tao is a really, really small island about an hour and a half, 2 hours north by speedboat from Koh Samui, the island that we were at last. There's so many amazing dive sites out here, it's honestly a bit overwhelming. And because there's just so much diving here, this ends up being probably the cheapest place to learn how to scuba dive anywhere in the world, and also the best. So this here, the In Touch restaurant here, is the first place that we stopped as soon as we got in. We were trying to figure out where to stay, so we came here to grab a food and search on Agoda and find our hotel the same day that we were checking in. And so far we've eaten at the same restaurant 3 times since then, since yesterday, basically every single meal. And I mean, it's pretty easy to see why.
And we're doing a little YouTube scuba diving refresher crash course before our crash course because I'm feeling a little nervous.
So this right here is the pool that we're going to be relearning all of our skills in. Right here. It's nice. How's it coming?
Okay.
Why don't you tell everyone what you're doing?
No, I would, but I don't remember all the names.
Not to remember, no.
Yeah.
Now what we're going to do is...
Let's stop for a moment here to introduce our underwater Sherpa, Steve. Steve is a dive master and scuba dive instructor who has well over 4,000 dives logged and is personally responsible for teaching over 5,000 people how to dive. He's a literal guru when it comes to scuba diving and is probably the son Poseidon wishes he had. Suffice to say, he's the best there is and is about to get us comfortable being underwater again.
Same thing again, is you're going to breathe from it, alright? And as you breathe from it, watch the music.
Did you have fun?
Great time! I'm starving. Days like today are my favorite kinds of days. Even though I'm exhausted, I'm tired, all I want to do is shower and go to sleep, I had so much fun. Even though I was in my head a lot and worried about keeping up to refresh the things that I learned from scuba diving 6 years ago. It was so fun to be able to just dive with Josh alongside me, even if we were just in a swimming pool. What made today so great is that we had a clear goal, a clear mission, a thing, a new challenge, and Steve was so patient and so helpful. Immediately after we finished, we went straight back to the dive shop and signed up for my advanced dive certification. I got a little homework to do, and not gonna lie, I'm a little excited.
You nerd.
We had a big, delicious Thai dinner and had some drinks on the beach with our friends watching the sunset, and I gotta say, can't ask for a better day.
Oh yeah, it's so bad.
Oh my god! And even though I have some homework and some reading to do tonight before our dives tomorrow, I'm actually kind of excited. It's been a long time since I've had to take a test and study. At least it's for something fun. Till tomorrow, when we begin the real diving.
Good morning from Koh Tao, Thailand. Today, Lisa is starting her advanced open water scuba certification. So she has a couple of different tests that she needs to pass today, and she's a little bit nervous about it. So today we're going to be out on the boat basically all day scuba diving. The first dive we got to do is this buoyancy control one where Lisa has to like swim through some hoops and stuff underwater and like do flips and stuff. And then she has to do a navigation dive, and it's easier to get lost underwater than you might think. A lot of scuba diving today. I think she's a little bit nervous about it. Let's go see how she's doing. How you feeling?
I'm still waking up.
Do you feel ready for your test today?
No, I still have a lot to do and read.
In a lot of ways, Koh Tao feels like Koh Phi Phi. It's definitely still rebuilding. There are definitely a lot of businesses closed. But like Koh Phi Phi, we are here at a time where we get to see it start to reopen. Signs of life everywhere, signs of work being done. I hope by the time we leave, there are more and more people that get to come in and see how cool this little island is and go scuba diving.
How are you?
Businesses reopening slowly means we get to keep coming back to the same cool restaurants, like this one.
That's a big book you got there.
It's going to be a big boat briefing when we get up there, guys. Okay, so as soon as we go up there, please sit upstairs, have the boat briefing, and then we're going to come downstairs, set up equipment up. We're going to swim to the front of the boat, and then it depends on what boat it is, we're going to go down next to the buoy line. Alright, so some of these buoy lines, reference lines, are going to take us straight down to the dive sites. Now, the maximum depth we're probably going to do is probably about anywhere from 9 meters, something like that. Dive time 30, 40, 50, it depends on your air consumption. Now, because we're doing peak performance buoyancy, there's lots of breathing exercises. You might find your air's going to go a little bit quicker than it normally would, just because you're practicing these different skills. Now, with peak performance buoyancy, you're not going to come back a buoyancy master or anything like that. It just basically, we're going to show you a few different skills, and you need to keep practicing and practicing.
Okay, that ain't going anywhere. Good, good.
Don't worry about it, just go for it,
Bigger stride. Lisa's still coming up. She had to do her second navigation dive. She had to do that one by herself, so I just went fun diving with the crew here. It was a blast. Absolute blast. I had a little bit of trouble with my ears on the way down, so that was annoying, but saw amazing, massive groupers. It was just so much fun diving with people who dive like this every single day, sometimes 4 or 5 times a day. Way more experience than I am, but that was awesome. There she is. You don't really eat on the boat at all while you're out there. Normally just biscuits or some other sweet stuff, but always super duper hungry after a day of scuba diving.
Starving.
So we're heading off to Mama Tam's. We have heard many good things. I can't wait.
Steve sent us.
This is probably, almost certainly the best restaurant in Koh Tao.
Yay! Just got home from the best meal at Mama Tam's in Koh Tao, and honestly, really, really good recommendation from Steve-O. I don't know if he's okay with me calling him that, but I'm gonna call him that.
Best restaurant in Koh Tao.
We are both just feeling super wiped, and it's only 7:45 p.m. right now.
Bedtime.
It's bedtime. Today again was one of my favorite days, one of those days where you're just super tired, super exhausted. You know you're gonna sleep so well, but because you had such a cool and awesome day, adventuring, learning new things, overcoming fears and challenges. The buoyancy skill dive was a lot of fun. Oftentimes I felt like a seal in a circus trying to do new tricks, but they were very challenging underwater tricks. And the navigation dive, even though that was the one that I was most worried about because, well, directions isn't necessarily my strongest suit in life. It was so much fun using the underwater compass and just figuring out where to go underwater. Tomorrow we have 3 big dives. The wreck dive, very exciting. Who doesn't want to feel like Little Mermaid? The deep dive, and then we also have the night dive. So busy day, don't judge us, we're going to bed at 8 p.m.
Bye!
Nope, 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 nope.
Since I last scuba dived, and that was actually the time that I got. There was a moment where I thought Shavea was not returning to Earth.
Gone forever. Like crouching tiger, hidden dragon. Are you watching Harry Potter and studying scuba?
Shh, I'm studying. Just enough times. What? Just enough. We're hungry. That's all.
Wow. Really losing it there.
It was a lot of fun to use the underwater camp. Hi, kitty. What do you got to tell us? So many things to say.